You were 0-8 on Blitzcrank.
That's not true. I was 0-11.
This is impressive. How did you die so much?
This is why we can't get the gold together. I mean this with my whole heart. I have played League with so many people. I've probably played about 300 hours of League with Dom, correct? And he's insufferable. He is easier to play with than you are. And I love you, and I care about you. But you make it so hard to play with.
We're gonna play together forever.
I'm not gonna lie, Ludwig is an absolute liability.
You are one of the worst League players I have ever seen in my entire life.
Oh my god, I'm done, bro. I'm completely done. Yeah!
It's fine.
Whoa, 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 what the?
How? What? I'm done. I'm not playing this game anymore! How?
Use that.
So, before I start, I feel like we need to set the stage. You know, go back in time to where this originally started, which was about 2 years ago, or to be more specific, June 28th, 2022. Now, on this particular day, Crown Channel on Twitter gave an announcement. Calling all gamers, Mr. Beast is taking on Ninja in League of Legends. Who will claim the ultimate crown? RSVP now to watch the battle in Las Vegas live on July 9th. And so
Mr. Beast
assembled their teams. Mr. Beast's team consisted of 2 pros and 2 people who wish they were pros. Those people being Voyboy, Yasuo, Emeril, and Mizkef. Ninja's team, on the other hand, had Doublelift, Tyler1, Snapnap, and the man of the hour, Ludwig. And so the teams were off to train hard for the next 10 days for the competition, and I would show the footage. However, I am way too lazy to get it myself, so we're just going to fast forward. And so the day has finally come, and everyone was ready to watch these 2 teams clash. Now, in this competition, there were only a few rules. Each team will participate in 3 matches. Whoever wins 2 of these 3 matches wins. Simple enough. And, well, let me tell you, those matches were pretty close. It was dead even. Yeah, I'm kidding. Team Ninja got destroyed, humiliated, and it was pretty funny to watch. Now, to be fair, they did pop off from time to time and was quite impressive to watch. However, it didn't prevent them from getting their colons removed. Now, some people might ask, whose fault really was it? What caused Team Ninja to just fumble the bag there? Was it the top for not proxying more? Was it mid for not winning his fights? Or was it bot for, it was Ludwig. I mean, out of everyone who participated, he was the worst. I mean, I'm not even shitting on him for the sake of the video. No, he was the worst out of everyone in that match. I watched the highlights and everything about this competition. When it came to deaths, he had the most, and when it came to kills and assists, he had the least. But anyways, Team Ninja lost, and Tyler was not happy about it, which led to him insulting Ludwig. And he made this very apparent multiple times.
That fucking disgusting, ugly piece of untalented, unskilled shit. My bot lane was an absolute liability because Ludwig is the worst everything in the world. What a disgusting piece of shit that kid is, by the way. Ever since that fucking match, my life's been downhill. I've played against AI bots for like 5,000 games, and every single AI beginner bot I've played in is 5 times the player you are at your peak, bro.
And the funny thing is, just the slightest mention of Ludwig's name made T1 probably have flashbacks of Ludwig's performance, which probably made him more angry, and probably started punching the air because of it.
I fucking back ping his dumb ass. I'm saying it out loud and I'm pinging. Back up. You're gonna get cheese, we have no vision. He puts his shit down, he doesn't even react to them fucking coming, and dies. So then he's like, yeah, my bad. What do you mean, my bad?
So, after all of this, you would think that the small, angry man with a Napoleon complex and a height range about 4'11" would finally let bygones be bygones. Well, it's been 2 years later, and he is still pissed at Ludwig.
Nice, bro. Nice. So because Ludwig Low is losing to Alawi, they're nerfing it, by the way.
I mean, Jesus, not even I can hold a grudge for that long. So, Luddy Boy devised a plan. Not a good plan, just a plan. He would go to TwitchCon, sneak into Tyler 1's meet and greet, and reveal himself at the last moment to take a photo with him. I mean, like I said, it was a plan. Also, I don't understand why he was doing this to begin with. I mean, to be honest, he was probably doing it for the clip. Also, I don't understand what Ludwig expected when he revealed his face to Tyler, because the moment he did and realized who he was talking to, the smile disappeared and the flashbacks started again.
You are dog shit at everything you do.
After the shit talking, Ludwig had enough. He finally told Tyler. Then T1 pondered this for a moment. Then he said, if you can reach platinum by the end of the split, I will give you one compliment. I mean, it doesn't seem like much, but he'll take what he can get, honestly. And so the two lads shook on it, and Ludwig set off on his goal, his little journey, if you will, to achieve platinum. And his starting line was bronze 4, or iron 1. Jesus Christ. Now that I've given you guys some context, let me just say that there is no fucking way Unk is gonna pull this off whatsoever. He is so bad that it makes bad players feel good about themselves, and that is not a good thing.
You're kidding me!
After playing League for 8 years, I have never felt as good about my own skill as I do watching Ludwig try to kill some mutt in the jungle for 3 minutes just to give up.
Now, I'm not here to insult Ludwig for the rest of the video, yet. I'm here to explain why he is not going to make it through this challenge in time. First, let me explain League. Now, if you don't know what League of Legends is, you're one of the lucky ones. This game basically simulates the feeling of getting into a violent and vicious car crash without the luxury of it killing you instantly. Feels fun at first, but the more you play, the less you enjoy it. You know how when you play a game, like time moves slower, it feels like you've been playing for hours? Well, don't worry, because each match can last an actual hour. So if you're in a match for, I don't know, 30 to 60 minutes and you lose, then congratulations. You just wasted all of that time and you didn't even win. Have fun. That's basically League summarized. With that being said, Ludwig has to do all of that over and over and over again until he reaches platinum, which brings me to the ranking system. So, Ludwig started this challenge at bronze 4, dropped in iron 1, got fucked hard by Alawi, and worked his way up to bronze 3 at the time of recording. But the problem here is that he needs to climb 10 ranks to get plat by the time this split ends, which ends sometime in January. So right now he only has a month left. That is one of the main problems with this challenge. There isn't exactly a lot of time. Now, I would have given him the benefit of the doubt. If he made it out of bronze and silver by the end of November, I would have been like, yeah, I think that he might actually make it to platinum. But like most of Ludwig's matches, I was left with laughter and disappointment because he is still in silver. Silver 4, actually. He's almost in bronze again. And don't get me started on the fact that each rank gets progressively more harder the more he plays and ranks up. And speaking of plays, let's talk about problem 2. If you haven't seen most of the videos of the Angry Midget's constant hate rants, Ludwig isn't exactly the best League player.
Oh, you can also Baron. Don't die for it. Don't die for it. Don't die for it.
I mean, yeah, he is getting better, but he is still definitely shit. And the way we can tell is through his matches. Now, Lud has won a lot of matches, I'll give him that. However, no matter what, there is always this damn pattern between blue and red. When Ludwig goes on a winning streak, he gets filled with piss and vinegar. He thinks he's the next Faker, and his ego just gets bigger and bigger with each win. It's kind of sickening. However, when anyone gets into a winning streak in this game, then the curse happens, or the League effect. When anyone gets a winning streak in this game and they lose once and they keep playing, it's like a domino effect. Loss after loss after loss. After that happens, their entire win streak doesn't even matter anymore and they're back at 0. The only thing they have to show for it is a broken mental and a hollow husk of a person.
You got owned.
Now, unfortunately, it's not all Ludwig's fault.
Connor, what happened to your fucking Zach? I thought it never
My
lost.
Zach was nasty. It does until my jungler says, let's do Baron without smite.
Most of the time. In League, you're bound to stumble upon the big three, or as I like to call it, the trinity of dog shit. The first one is basically stuff that involves people on your team.
Copious, if you ever have a pet, an in-game pet in a video game, and your dog ever dies, like it gets run over by a car, I'll just tell you, chill bro, it's just an animal.
From bad teammates to people who start griefing, these people are the epitome of pettiness. If things don't go their way, they want to surrender. Sometimes they shit talk even when the match hasn't even started yet. Sometimes that person isn't doing well and they get so mad that they start feeding.
I'm definitely not gonna be trying. I got this. I'm literally gonna make us lose on purpose.
And if you just so happen to criticize or slightly nudge your terrible teammate with an insult or a suggestion on how to play, then they'll just completely throw. Probably because they know that they're bad, but they don't want people to tell them that, nor do they want to admit it themselves. So they'll do the next best thing. They'll blame everyone else, preferably their jungle or support, and go on to gaslight themselves into believing that it wasn't their fault for losing when it clearly was. The second part of this trinity are Smurfs. Now, we all know what Smurfs are. It's basically when really good players at the top of their game get tired of actually trying, so they decide to make another account so they can climb to the top again. Because that is a good use for anyone's time. Playing League all over again. Or maybe they don't do it because they're tired of trying. Perhaps they want to make a video out of it. Like Alios does. You know, the pro League player. Just imagine you're hard stuck bronze and silver, you're tilted, you're terrible, you're feeling like shit. And you think to yourself, things can't get any worse. That is until you run into a pro cosplaying as a sheep. Then he gets 30 kills, you get eviscerated, you fucking lose, and then you get demoted, all for a YouTube video. I know this feeling all too well because a year ago, when I was getting to silver, I ran into a bunch of these guys. And then I stopped playing because, well, it's League and it was hurting me mentally. Not to mention, Soda Poppin said this as well when he made it to gold.
Every single person is a Smurf. Not a single person is like not on their 80th account. It's almost surprising when someone's actually new.
Then the final piece of this trinity of dog shit is exclusively for streamers, and that is stream snipers and the chat itself. Now, the chat is basically just there to, you know, commentate on how bad you are at the game, which will only fuck up your mentality, which will lead to you losing because you get toxic because of all the shit that they say.
Fiddlesticks, you're the second strongest on your team. You're gonna need to defend. Get him there, dude.
Shut up, Tyler!
Fiddlesticks.
It was just so.
you're a level behind.
I can't. I want you to fucking burn. I want you to burn alive. This AI's horrible.
But when it comes to stream snipers, you basically have a giant target on your back at all times. No matter where you go or hide, these people will always know your exact location at all times because they have your stream open and they have nothing better to do. What's that? You want to ambush someone by hiding in a bush? Well, guess what? Instead, you're the one being ambushed. And it's even worse when one of the stream snipers is smurfing or one of them ends up throwing the match because they found out that you're on their team.
And I know what it's like when a streamer's like, oh my god, I'm being stream sniped. I truly believe at least every other game, someone is sniping me.
With all this shit Ludwig has to deal with, can you really blame me for not having faith in the guy?
I mean, look at this shit. I've been editing this entire time, just watching him, and he is still in silver 4. Look at that win-loss ratio. This man is in despair.
And here's the thing. Ludwig plays well. On a moo-moo, not Fiddlesticks. When he plays that character, he does well. But no one can ever convince me otherwise that he plays a good fiddle. He doesn't. It's bad. I mean, I like Fiddlesticks because he voices Freddy, but it's not for him. It really isn't. I just can't handle it. It is just, it's awful. He calls his Fiddlesticks the Fiddler. No, that's not the Fiddler. That's the Diddler. Fiddle P. Diddler. That's his name. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about this little challenge that Ludwig's set for himself. And if Ludwig is watching this, which he probably isn't, let me just say, I'm praying for your downfall, and you need a reality check when it comes to fiddlesticks. And to my subscribers who are currently suffering from content malnutrition, yes, I came back 4 months later to upload a video just to talk shit towards someone I barely even know. It was 5 months later. But yeah, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go back to my hole now. See you in 4 months. Yeah, okay.
Daddy, I brought you a beer.
Says my perfect son. Horror filled me as I realized he had only drawn a beer on a piece of paper. I then proceeded to beat the shit out of him.
But seriously, Ludwig, you gotta stop playing fiddlesticks, man. Like that's a problem. Like, you have to understand when to call it quits.